Do you often feel discontent and just have that nagging feeling in the seat of your soul that you know you were put here to do more than what you're doing, or you're meant to do better, but yet you're just uninspired to do it? If that's the case, I've got good news. My name's Carol. I'm a holistic coach, and I've put together this short video on just some simple little nuggets that you can use to nourish your spirit, because that's actually what we're talking about. You know, when we're uninspired, means we're without spirit, or you hear the term sometimes a broken spirit. And when we talk about someone having a broken spirit, you know, we just mean that they've lost their passion for living, you know, their motivation, they're in the blahs, they're, sometimes we hear a restless spirit, you know, which explains the reason that you're having these feelings of discontentment, you know, searching here or there, can I buy this, will this do it, will that do it, just always feeling discontent, because you're trying to maybe satisfy or nourish your spirit with physical things. So here's just some really quick nuggets on some things that have worked for me and some people that I've worked with. One is gratitude. Practicing gratitude. You know, whenever a situation happens, we have the ability to look at that situation through two different sets of glasses. And one of them can be, you know, what is going on in the situation that I wish was better, that needs to be different, that I have all this judgment against. And I just find myself in a state of resistance. Or I can look at the situation through the lens of gratitude and think, what in this particular situation or do I have going on right now that I can be grateful for? And sometimes it even helps to make a list, you know, other things that we're grateful for, just so we can begin viewing it through that lens, because that nourishes the spirit more than anything, is practicing gratitude. Another is service. And service is, you know, like what are you doing for other people? What are you donating or giving of yourself for? You can think about things that you're personally passionate about, whether it be animals, feeding the poor, your religious affiliations, whatever it is that you feel passionate about might be a good place to start doing some service work. You know, everybody wants to be happy. Everybody's chasing this feeling of happiness. And one of the best little sayings that I've seen in a long time was that it said, happiness is like a butterfly. You know, the more we chase after it, the more it eludes us. But when we turn to help someone else, it ever so gently lands on our shoulder. And I certainly agree with that. But we have to be careful in the ways that we give of ourselves, as to not set ourselves up for resentment. You know, true service work is to give without expectation. And that means not even the expectation of somebody being grateful for it. You know, to truly give of yourself is to give with absolutely no strings attached. And that's where the magic comes in. So if you've been giving, but you haven't been feeling the ways that are promised when you do service work, that might be the reason. Another way that we nourish our spirit is through the arts. You know, this could be music, dance, visual pleasure like paintings or sculptures, poetry. I mean, there's a lot of different ways that we feed our spirit or getting inspired through the arts. So I don't know which way what might fire you up. I know that for me, a picture was a picture until I actually had that spiritual experience one day when viewing a piece of art that I never look at it the same way again, that's for sure. Trust. The strength of the spirit is determined by how strong your faith muscle is. And you do not build a strong faith muscle without using it. So to trust is to step out there and take some chances, step out of your comfort zone, whether it's with your reputation or the acceptance of others, whatever it might be. You need to practice exercising that faith muscle, building it up. You can only do that through taking chances. Trust is realizing or believing, choosing to believe that whatever's happening right now is in my best interest. Even if I can't see it, it is in the best interest in the grand scheme of things. Some inspirational stimulus. I mean, these are your nuggets too right here. It can be stories through movies, through books, through groups, support groups that you go when you hear someone that's been through something you're going through and how they overcame it. Anything that inspires you, that's an inspirational stimulus. With these stories and these relationships and these challenges. I know when I was trying to open a business and I had a significant setback that really would almost cause me just to give up and go in another direction. And a friend of mine gave me a book, Chicken Soup for the Entrepreneur's Soul. And I started reading these short stories about these entrepreneurs and the beginnings that they had and all the setbacks that they had and some of the things that they overcame. And it was so inspirational, and it so put my situation in perspective that I'm like, how can I not, pursue this? And today I'm so glad that I did, because that led me in some really wonderful directions and really allowed me to do some great things. But those are just some little nuggets, on how to nourish your spirit when we're trying to heal. And it doesn't matter what area it is that we're trying to heal, whether it's relationships or our careers, our health. We have to make sure that we are nourishing our whole selves. And part of that is our spirit. We may be able to get some short-term results in another area, but if we're not nourishing our whole self, they will just be short-term results. And we're not after that. We're after long-term, everlasting, mind-blowing change and healing. And I don't have time on this short video to go into exactly how that's done. But if you go to the link below, the holistic healing formula, I'll be glad to gift that to you for free. It's an audio, and it just goes into a little bit more depth on how we can heal our lives through nourishing the whole of who we are. So anyway, I wish you well on your journey to health and healing and happiness. And until we meet again, may the force be with you.